as I hold it further away, I'm like.
Yeah, none of us know what we're doing over here. We're just winging it.
Do you ever? Is it like a theme of anything, or is it just talking and then you edit the parts and make it fun?
It's a theme.
It is a theme.
It's definitely a theme. Yeah.
Okay, what's the theme?
Mostly shit.
Hell yeah, I love a good shit talking.
Yeah.
I feel like I should be on Dave Chappelle's like fucking player hater of the year. I'm like always hating.
No.
Yeah,
Actual
he means
poop.
actual
I love
poop.
talking shit. No, I'm like, never mind.
Actual poop.
Well, I'm vegetarian, so it's 3 times a day.
I'm not. Still 3 times a day.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
Because you're old.
For me, sometimes 6.
6? Are you okay?
It depends. Sometimes none,
take a
sometimes
probiotic?
6. Very sporadic.
Do you
Very
have good gut
sporadic.
health?
Huh?
Are they consistent?
I don't know.
Do you take a probiotic or anything?
No. What the fuck is that? I take a multivitamin. It's chewable.
Nope.
It's a gummy.
He eats it.
gummy.
He's eating his kids' vitamins.
Yeah.
You can also get a probiotic gummy and they're at
Some
Costco.
of them look like
Feels like a
Barney.
bed, dude.
Barney
I don't know.
Flintstone.
That's why I'm lounging. I'm more like
yeah.
treating it like a Chase lounge. I'm like, hello.
Yeah.
I was like, that's why I was trying to get comfortable.
There's no getting
On this
comfortable.
deep ass, weird, soft couch. I like the texture of it though. Yeah. No, not the Crocs on the table.
Yeah.
You fucking pervert. I was like,
I don't know what that means, but I like it.
I was like, I'm putting my feet down here,
Fucking
like a
pervert.
lady. I got these new Crocs. This is like my Australian camo Croc,
I like it.
right, with the orange on the inside. Say less.
Yeah, I like it. Nick's still totally against Crocs. He's still just on Burks.
Ooh, that's really? No. I don't know. I feel like I know I look silly in Crocs, but I think people who wear Birkenstocks don't acknowledge how silly they also look, and they think it's like an adult sandal. And I'm like, you still look like a fucking nerd.
No, I wear the even worse.
Oh, do you wear the
ones.
stupid round ones?
I wear the Birkenstock Crocs.
Oh, I'm calling the cops.
The grown-up
I'm
Crocs.
reporting this man.
The clogs.
Yeah, the grown-up Crocs.
No. They just make you, but they probably smell too.
Oh, horrible.
Yeah, and they probably form to your feet like in a nasty
Oh,
way.
they're wonderfully though.
That's what's good about this Chinese plastic, dude. You get the toxins, but it doesn't leave an odor.
Yeah, and you can take them in the shower and scrub the insides if they get weird.
Or just buy another pair. I'm just saying.
No. I mean, like, because like if I wore them out, like walking around, and I got dirt in them, I'll just take them off and rinse them, and then.
Oh yeah. I do that too.
I'm not gonna
but
like
normally with the
continue
water
to
hose.
scrub them.
Yeah, no. I just hit them with a water hose. They don't even make it in the house.
Yeah, I have a separate pair of house shoes for the house. Like, I don't wear any shoes. If I
You
wore
slide out of Crocs to slide back into Crocs?
No, I slide out of Crocs to slide into Snorlax slippers and then walk around my house.
Snorlax.
I have multiple slippers. It depends on the season and like how cold it is and how warm my feet can be. Because sometimes I don't like my feet to be. I'm also a freak that cleans their floors like 3 times a week so I can be barefoot a lot. But when I'm in the house and I want to wear stuff, like something, I have house shoes that are just for the house.
Wait, you clean your floors 3 times a week?
Yeah, I have 3 dogs. I have 3 little tiny baby dogs.
Okay, the place I'm living in right now, we just passed year 4. I think I've cleaned the floor 3 times.
Ever?
In 4 years.
Nobody mops?
I do. I did finally for the 3rd time recently.
3rd time. Okay.
Yeah,
That's
I'm barefoot in there all the time.
I can't. No, I'm a freak. I'm like, no. I'm always cleaning my house. Like
I was amazed at how different it felt after I mopped. I was like, whoa.
Yeah, it's not sticky.
This doesn't feel like outside.
Yeah, there's not dirt. Like, no, because I have one of those shark mops.
It feels different than the driveway now.
Yeah.
Fucking crazy.
What's a sharp mop?
Shark. It's a brand, and then they make steam mops because they have like I'm very like hippie into reusable everything and like so they make these mops with it's like a pad.
You got little spinny pads?
I have that one. I have that
counter
mop where
rotation
you
ones?
step on it and it spins, but I didn't like that as much because I like the shark mop because it steams. So because I don't have to use chemicals, but I can put like essential oils in there, and then like my house will smell really amazing, but it doesn't bother my dogs.
So we have the steam. We have a steam one. I think it's a shark, and it's got 2 little round pads, and it spins.
See, mine doesn't have the pads. It's just got a big pad that looks kind of like a reusable Swiffer pad.
Yeah.
And then I have like 10 of them, so I just throw them in the washer.
Yeah.
And bleach them, and then like go about my business.
Yeah.
But yeah, I have 3 little.
I think it might be time for you to upgrade to robots. If you're doing 3 times a week.
I could. Like my cat has a litter robot, so that like that way she doesn't have to wait for me to clean it because sometimes I work like 12 hours.
It'll just scoop it out itself.
It does, yeah, and it compacts it into like a little cube, and I just throw the cubes.
The robot vacuums suck dicks. So.
Do they? The little guys I thought those ones also clean your floor, like mop your floor. I've seen one.
Yeah, they have those, but like I have a I have a Roomba,
See,
and
I
it
knew
like
it.
empties
I knew
itself.
We wouldn't have to talk much.
Do you
And
like it?
no, I hate it. It's fucking stupid.
This is what the fucking podcast is about. We're like, and house cleaning products.
Yes.
Sponsor us.
Yes.
Basically.
Shark.
I hate it.
I like
hate it.
Lysol.
There's nothing I like about the Roomba. It sucks balls.
Really?
They're fucking.
But I
all
also
the-
find something very therapeutic about constantly cleaning my house, because when people come over and tell me how much they like the vibe of my house, it makes me feel really good, because I know that it's me because I constantly clean.
Oh, you need better help.
Who?
This week's podcast is brought to you by our sponsor, BetterHelp. Look, life gets messy. We all go through stuff, stress, anxiety, feeling stuck. And sometimes you just need to talk it out. That's where BetterHelp comes in. It's online therapy that actually fits your life. No waiting rooms, no awkward office visits, just legit professional support from licensed therapists from the comfort of your couch. BetterHelp matches you with a therapist in as little as 48 hours. And if it's not a vibe, you can switch at any time. No extra hassle. So if you've been thinking about therapy, take the first step. Go to betterhelp.com/fatdragontattoo. There's a link below. You can get started today.
Sick.
Yeah, nice.
I don't know. Yeah. Well, I bought my house from my stepdad, and he's old, and we live together, and so we just hang out all the time. And I think he thinks that like a magical elf comes at night and does all the cleaning, because he never sees me doing it.
Well, it's because he's on morphine all the time.
No, he's well, he wishes. No, today he got out of surgery, so he was on morphine, and we were having a good time at Texas Roadhouse.
I mean, that's a good place to have a good time.
Yeah. Well, I was like, "Do you want to go home and cook?" And he's like, "No." I'm like, "Do you want me to cook for you?" He's like, "No." And I'm like,
It's like dinner rolls and fucking delicious
that's
butter.
what I
Let's
thought. I
roll.
was like, "Do you want to go to the old people special at Texas Roadhouse?" He was like, "Oh yeah." Like, and he smokes
What?
Camel filterless cigarettes, so he's just like, "Woo!"
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
What age do you get the discount?
I think if you're 55 and over.
Damn, I'm almost there.
Yeah, right. 10
I
years.
can't wait. I can't wait.
That's what my mom was like. "Oh, I can't wait to get my senior citizen discount." But
I mean, I might be the guy that goes and gets a fake ID so I can get it early.
Why not? I feel like my mom, we never know how old she was, so I feel like she's been a senior citizen for a lot longer than she's ever acknowledged. But we don't,
She was keeping it a secret.
dude. But she's like, we don't know. When you're born in the 50s, you could have fudged all kinds of things. Like, she has multiple birth records that are like all different dates and stuff with different things on them. So like,
What?
yeah, no, my mom's a mysterious enigma. Like, she's like, I don't know, she's like Tony Soprano and Cher had a child
Also,
that
maybe,
tattoos.
Splice that part out.
What?
Maybe.
Why?
She's a mysterious enigma.
No, the other things you said.
Which parts?
The parts about fake government documents.
Oh well, yeah, but she's
She
fine.
didn't say. No, you're adding shit in. She didn't say fake. She just said multiple.
Yeah, she has multiple birth certificates with different years
Yeah.
on them. We don't know.
Splice out what I said then.
Cut us all out. Cut the whole podcast.
Cut me out.
Go back to we're supposed to talk about poop.
Just put Kevin's head on my head,
Kevin's head.
and
on
I'll
your
sit
head.
here and not talk much. All I'll say is I don't know
Why,
anything
you got
about
your hair
ninja
done.
temples.
I like your little blow dried top.
You like that?
Yeah,
it's not even blow dried.
It looks blow dried. It looks sick.
I woke up like this.
You're like the only dude with a hairline like that. I'm like, damn. I bet everyone's jealous.
With a hairline like that?
Well,
you know what?
You have
People
one,
keep
bitch.
telling me that, but I don't understand. I don't
It
get
means you don't look as old as you could yet.
it. Nice.
Because some of the men we know, a lot of the men we know, were not blessed with sick hairlines.
Dude, a lot of the men younger than me
Are also balding.
tell me this all the time. They're like, they look at, I meet them and
Because
they
you
look at me
also
and
wear
they're all,
hats and you have
"Dang."
kids. Yeah, that's what I mean though. There's like you have life stressors that are normal that usually cause men to go bald, and you're over here just vibing. You're
I
like,
don't
no,
know what it
started
is.
a
I want to
podcast.
say it's genetics, but it's not because I have two younger brothers that are both full gray, all the way on top.
Well, gray's not bald.
But it's still, it's like
Gray's cool.
It's
Bald
part
is
of dying.
Bitch. It's part of living is part of dying. If you want to
Kinda
get all Sam
sometimes,
Sarah
yeah.
about it.
I'm just trying to make my brothers feel bad if they watch this.
They don't.
You bald
They don't.
sons
They
of
don't. They
bitches.
got
they
shit
don't.
going on.
Wait, how's your little brother?
Which one?
Right. The one that was like the one that I always hung out with in Victoria that hung out with your mom.
He's like, he's good, I guess. He lives in New Braunfels.
So sick. Okay.
Yeah, I think he just hangs out with golden retriever puppies all day. Pretty sure that's like kind
So
of like
he's
his whole life.
thriving. Is he a
I
breeder?
mean, you could say that. No, but I think he
He
works
just has
or
18
volunteers.
dogs.
No. He like works or volunteers for like golden retriever or something.
That's cool.
That's all they have is tons of puppies every day. And the only time I ever see pictures of him is him playing with baby dogs. right?
I have 3 baby dogs, but that's just because they're small and they'll never get big.
Yeah. Because you got Chihuahuas?
No, I have a Chihuahua, a Yorkie, and a Pomeranian.
Oh.
So I have 3 like little show dog idiots. Like I'm like a redneck Paris Hilton with like my little pink gun, and I got my dogs, and I'm like, hey y'all, don't be poor. No, just kidding. Fight the fucking patriarchy. But for real though, I do feel like Paris Hilton because like everything in my house is pink and glittery. But then I'm like into weapons and small dogs, and I'm like, hey.
I feel like you could put our podcast to shame if you just started your own and talked to the camera every week.
Oh, I don't know.
I think people would eat it up.
They would just be like, this bitch is wild as hell. Like, what is she talking about now? It would just be me saying crazy things, and then eventually I would get canceled for something because I definitely run my mouth.
Like
and
what?
I hate. Oh, what do you mean?
Let's get canceled.
No, let's
True.
not get canceled. I was like, let's not before we've started.
I don't know if we can. We had Kevin on last week.
Oh.
And I was
but I love
asking him
Kevin.
about-
Kevin is a wonderful person. I just don't want to talk about politics. But it's
Oh,
not that
not
I
that
want.
Kevin. Asian
Oh.
Kevin. Kevin
Oh.
Poon.
Because I was like, I love Kevin deeply, but I was like, I just don't want to discuss politics because it's like, I don't even think he's wrong. I just don't think that we're going to ever find a middle ground. And that's,
Oh, yeah.
so I'm like, okay.
Well, you just did because you don't think he's wrong. That's middle ground.
No, that's just me being nice because I don't want to argue with a man that like I've known since I was like 18 and I'm friends with. It's like, I don't know. I think that you can overlook everything, but I think that with some things you just try to be like, well, I really know you and I know I like
Do you
so
think
much
it's
else about you.
Do you think it's true that he's a leprechaun? Like in real life, he's a leprechaun and fighting being a leprechaun, and that's why he's grouchy.
No, but I think we should talk to him about lizard people and Trump and then see what happens.
I'm keep trying to get him on.
And he doesn't want to come.
He doesn't want to come on because he thinks I just want to make fun of him the whole time, and I'm like, that's not really what we do, though.
Yeah, I was like, you can make fun of yourself more than you'll make fun of me. Like, I'll say something crazy and I'll
Yeah.
be like, yep, that was stupid.
Yeah, I told him, I was like, if you're not real good with it, you can just be on a Patreon episode. We don't have to put it on YouTube.
That's fair. You could also be like, if you hate it, we could scrap it. Like,
Uh-huh.
it's just kind of like we do what you want.
Yep. Just keep it in the bank forever for Leprechaun Day.
Oh, next year St. Patrick's
Just
Day.
play it at his funeral.
No. Oh no.
What about yard work? You do all your own yard work too?
No.
You pay someone for that or
Yes. I like to do everything on the inside. Okay, so in the winter and like and everything except for the summer, my stepdad likes to do it. Like that's his area that I don't fuck with. Like because he's always taking. Because even after the house became mine and all that, like I was like, this is all yours. Like you like doing this. This is your vibe. Like I keep the inside really clean. I keep everything stocked. Like I make sure we have all of our household necessities. Like I just buy it because I want to use the ones I want. So I'm gonna buy it, right? Like so that we don't have to argue about whatever. And everything outside he takes care of because I have like 80 plants inside my house. That's mine. He doesn't help me with any
you
of
have
those.
80 plants?
Yeah, I just I like kind of lost my mind during the pandemic and became a plant daddy.
All right.
I was like, I don't want to be anyone's mom, so I'm a dad.
Well, yeah, if you're taking care of 80 indoor plants, there's no
and then,
time to take care of
3
an
dogs
outside
and a cat
lawn.
and like a 75-year-old man. That's
So,
what I'd be vibing on.
Hey, do you do what everyone else does and just hand a Mexican dude cash to do your yard? I'm kind of jealous of these Mexican dudes. They got to figure it out.
Well, he came to us technically. He came by and was like, hey, I'll do your yard for this much. And my dad was like, yes. But see, he only does it in June, July, August, and September, like the hottest months, because that's when my dad's like, I'm not having a heat stroke. And like they have all the
get
proper equipment and stuff.
Yeah, I
They
get
really do know what they're doing. So, but he
I
came
have a
to
guy
us
as well,
and-
but I don't pay him often.
Well,
I'll do it when I'm getting lazy or too behind. I'm like, hey, I'll
my
call him
dad
or
is
see him
very
outside.
like, that's like his like again he's like he doesn't take care much of the house, so he like is very particular about all that. Plus we have a homeowners association, and like one time they tried to give me a $45 ticket for my trash being out like the day it went out, and I didn't take it in right away. And I was
Dude.
like, you guys are on some shit.
The first time I bought a house, we got sued by the homeowners association for a trash can that was out too late. And I didn't even know that was a thing where they could sue you because the trash can was out too long.
Yeah, it's like suing.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know. It's just insane. Also, it's like they could have given us a warning and then followed up with like the possibility of a fine. But at the same time, I'm like, where's the guidebook where's the handbook? What's the current 2025 up to date edition of every
There's not
fucking
that.
rule?
Yeah,
Yeah, they don't
there's not
have
that,
that.
no.
They can just tell you can't do something, and then I'm like, but I want to see the background. Like I'm a very like diligent person. Like I want to research something, because if you're gonna tell me I can't do it, that's fine. But I'm gonna read the entire thing about it and know all the rules better than you. So the next time you fuck with me, I'm like, oh really? And then I get really weird about it. I should have been a lawyer. Like I would have been sick. I would have just been scaring the shit out of people.
I think you just fucked up. You should have got the HOA that doesn't care.
That would have been tight too. But I mean, I bought the house from him because it was like he wanted to get rid of it. And it was like my childhood home, and I was like, let's just live here together.
Right.
You know?
Yeah, makes
like,
sense.
Well, I was like, where are you going to go with all this money? And he's like, I don't know. I'm like, what are you going to do? And he's like, I don't know. And I'm like, do you want to go anywhere? And he's like, I don't know. And I'm like, oh.
So you can say it. You chain him up in a room. He's there now.
He wishes.
The chain is long enough to get the bathroom and the
You're cashing
refrigerator.
his Social Security check. He's been gone for
Dude,
fucking
he
years.
wishes. No, he has his own finances. He gets to keep the main bedroom. He's got the main bedroom and his own bathroom, and then I redid everything. Like, we renovated the whole house, and I sunk a huge chunk of money in it and made it all really like nice and updated. And then the living rooms and the kitchen and dining room are all like very neutral so that I didn't scare him. But then my side of the house is like where it's become like a tchotchke haven and like full of like, you know, dick art and just like weird horny pervert shit everywhere. And he's just like, and one time he like told me
He starts going down the hallway. He's like,
gay!
Literally. Turns around.
Yeah, it's exactly. He goes down to the hallway to my bedrooms and like where my bathroom is. Because like one time he's just like, why got all that phallic art in your bathroom? And I was like, what are you talking about? And he's like, you got all dicks everywhere.
He's like holding them up, and it's actually 2 dildos. And you're all like, where'd you find those?
Dude, I wish. I don't even
That's
do
not art.
those.
Put it down.
I'm like celibate and boring. I'd rather do whippets and play Legos like than fucking have sex. Straight the fuck up. I'm like, can we get a fat can of nitrous in this bitch? And can I get like a fucking 400-piece Lego set? Sex is cool, but have you ever been to Texas Roadhouse?
You're just passing out on your own Legos?
Dude, that would be fun. I don't pass out though. I don't do enough. Like, I'm kind of a wiener. I did like 3 balloons, and I'm like, okay, we're done for 3 years. Like, that was horny. I do love, like, I'd much rather do occasional drugs though than talk to men or have sex. I'm like, let's just party. Like, do I have to talk to you? Like, can I just drop acid and go over here?
I think you figured it out, dude.
Dude, I have. Everyone's like, you look so good. Like, how are you 36? You look like a fucking angel. And I'm like, it's because I don't have children. I don't like men. I don't talk to men. I don't be fucking with nobody. I live with an old man that I take care of. So yeah, because originally we had 1 little dog and we accidentally got 3. And I'm like,
Wait, how do you accidentally get 3 dogs?
Well,
Did you find one at Emma's house?
No. Okay, so one.
No, because Emma would have killed it.
So one I got because my family member passed away. And my mom was like, please drive to Minnesota and pick up this fucking dog. I will do anything, because it was like her great aunt. It was like her aunt, so it was my great aunt, passed away, and she was like the matriarch of our family. And she like, nobody wanted to take the dog. They were like, we can watch her, but we don't want to keep her like permanently, but we can like foster her until you guys can get over here and pick her up. So I like 3 weeks later, I go and get this tiny stinky little dog. But also, to be fair, she has the same hair color as me, and her name's Coco. And I was like, first time I met her, I was like, oh no, are you my child? Like, she looks like a little fucking like ginger Wookie. I'm like, yeah, you're my child. Shit. Okay. So I go get her, and we go we go from Minnesota to Texas in a road trip. And I was like, yeah, this is my bitch. And then that's it. And then I took her home. Okay, but she came with all this paperwork. Like, she's like some purebred bullshit, whatever. I don't care. I was like, that's cool, thanks. And I thought she was fixed with all that paperwork, but apparently she never got fixed. So homegirl was like ready and willing. And then I already had a little boy dog. They smashed. My teenage children had a baby. And then I had 3 dogs. And that's it.
They only had 1 baby?
Well, there was 2, but one didn't make it because it was her first time, and she was also like a 2-year-old dog, and that was really young to be. And it was an accident. And also, I took her into the vet to be like, hey, can you like do the ultrasound? Like,
did you talk to him about teen pregnancy?
Oh my god, it was so funny because I go to the vet and they're like, well, do you want to get an abortion? And I'm like, wait, you're telling me my dog can get an abortion, but I can't in the state of fucking Texas?
You could at the vet.
You know. Honestly, yeah.
If you went to the right vet.
That's true. I'd be like, can you just, shmortion me up?
Yeah.
Just kidding. I got an IUD. There's no fucking babies happening. I mean, I know technically, but also if you don't have sex and you don't even look at men.
Abstinence, dude.
Wait, that's how that happens?
Yeah.
Having sex is how you have children?
Yeah. Yeah.
Says the guy with like 8 kids.
That explains a lot.
Honestly.
You created a small army of mullets and you're like, what?
Yeah,
honestly, pregnancy is one of the better scenarios. Otherwise, you just get chlamydia and die.
Dude, okay, like he's like he sounds like the coach from Mean
had
Girls.
Chlamydia numerous.
He's like, if you have sex, you will die.
You will get chlamydia
I've
and
had
die.
chlamydia numerous times. It doesn't kill you.
No, it just makes it uncomfortable.
Yeah, just uncomfortable.
And usually it's only 1 week of like antibiotics. So
What if you skip the antibiotics?
You're a
it just
fucking
clear-
asshole, and it
just
doesn't clear up.
It just kind of stays
It
around
just
forever.
stays around, and it might like the symptoms.
And for
might
guys, it's so not uncomfortable that you just think it's a little pre-cum all the time.
yeah, it's like you're dripping
It's like
all the
it's
time.
not much of an uncomfort. You can have it for a long time and kind of not know.
Yeah,
Yep.
yeah, you know.
I thought I was just horny a lot. It's like, why does my dick keep leaking all the time? Just always trying to come. Nope. Chlamydia.
And it's like, and
Why
I'm
does it
gonna be
smell so
alone
funny?
forever.
There's not an odor with that one. That's the gonorrhea.
Oh, the gonorrhea.
Is that the one where they would smash your dick in a book and it would break up the crystals so you could piss?
Probably, dude. Because yeah, you'll get so crusty you'll get stuck to your underwear.
Yeah.
You gotta like rip your underwear off to go pee.
I'm fortunate that
Yeah.
I've never had an STD, and I'm really stoked on that.
Yeah, me either.
This is all things you Google late at night. You're like, in case anyone ever wants to know.
The funny thing is, none of his were sexually transmitted. They were just from lack of hygiene.
Oh man.
All right.
Well, stank lords.
All right.
I took a shower before I came here because I didn't know what I was getting into. I was like, I need to be presentable. No, yeah, right. It wasn't sexy. It was like I need to just be clean because I just spent all day being weird, and I like took a weird nap where I like laid there like this, and I was like, "Fuck, where am I?"
So that requires a shower if you take a weird nap.
I think if I do anything, I take a shower.
Do you have a nap spot at the shop?
Yeah, my room in the front window, but my room is like really cozy.
You just leave that front window open and you lay down and sleep?
Well, so like, okay, like you know how the actual window is like one of the walls to my.
Yes.
So yeah, the way because I'm left-handed, so I have the table put up against that wall. So like when I'm sleepy, I also have a really big, really nice bed. So yeah, I just sleep in front of the front window. Nobody's like taps on the glass usually and bugs me. Like Homer might scare me, which is really funny. Like the boys have like messed with me, but for the most part, most people just leave me alone, and I look like a cat sleeping in the window. I'm just like curled up, and I'm like, meh.
That should be the
But I
shop
also
shirt there.
I'm really fortunate that I don't get to take a lot of naps at work because usually I'm really busy, and whenever I'm not, I'm like maybe like once a month I get a real nap. The rest of the time I'm like usually doing shit, and I only take a nap when like someone cancels on me, and I'm so tired from being like autistic and functioning all day and just being around people that I'll just like kind of do a burnout nap, and then I wake up and I'm like, I need to get juice in and go home. Bye.
I've
Or I
tried
go
to
to the
nap
gym.
here. It doesn't work out.
Yeah. Like, well, it's like again, I could probably go in a different part of the room or a different part of the shop and nap, but I like my room. Also, nobody really bothers me in my room because it's like my little sanctuary, and it's like girl world. So the boys are always like, I don't want to go in there.
Are you the only girl there right now?
The tattoos, yeah. We have a lady piercer, and we have some non-binary people that work at the shop. So we have more than just dudes, but I'm the only girl that tattoos, and I'm the only
I
girl
thought there was
downstairs.
another girl there tattooing.
I know there was a few ladies a long time ago. I mean, my friend Jill worked there for like a couple years.
That's what I was thinking about. She moved a long time ago.
Yeah. She like left in
That's
like I
right.
think 2015 or 16 maybe. So it's been a minute. Like
Philadelphia.
she moved to Pittsburgh.
Yeah.
That's where she's from. Yeah.
Same thing.
Same thing.
No, 5 hours apart completely.
Kind of.
No, because I spent a lot of time in Pittsburgh,
Yeah,
and I
but
spent
if
a lot
you've
of time in
never
Philly.
been to the East Coast, it's all.
But Pittsburgh
it's all
doesn't
the
feel.
same thing.
Pittsburgh
There's
doesn't
New
feel
York,
like the East Coast.
There's New York. There's
But
Philadelphia.
Pittsburgh is like well, first of all, it's closer to West Virginia and stuff like that. So you're in the Appalachians, babe. It is a totally.
Why do
different,
they call it West Virginia?
Because regular
Because
old Virginia
it's
don't
west
want to be
of
so.
Virginia.
Yeah.
Huh?
It's
There's
west-
2 Virginias.
Jesus Christ.
Is there or no?
Yes.
No, it's all the same, dude.
No, because there's
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 Philadelphia.
Virginia and then there's West Virginia, and they are not the same.
No, dude. From over here, there's New York, Philadelphia.
Yeah, but that's East
That's
Coast.
about it.
That's Boston, like that's East Coast.
That's New York.
Nope, actually not.
How's it not?
Because Boston, like Massachusetts, is over here. New York is over here, and New York
mean-
is like this big.
I mean, I see your point.
well, I've driven to
Well, it's
all
like
of them,
you're-
and they're not as close as you think.
You're
when
wrong.
driving.
You're
I'm just saying.
wrong. You're wrong.
Probably.
But I see your point.
Well, yeah, it's like Canada. It's like, what do they got? They got Quebec in a forest, right?
Well, they got Toronto too, but
That's Quebec.
no.
How is it not? This doesn't make any sense in my head.
I feel like I'm glad that we're not in
It's
like
like,
a
hey,
geography class.
You can get even closer. Oklahoma. It's Tulsa and red dirt.
Yeah. Well, you got Oklahoma City.
It's Tulsa.
No, the other way around. Tulsa is Oklahoma City.
What?
Yeah.
You're breaking my brain. What were we talking about? My bad.
We were talking about.
Oh, yeah,
we were talking about how
cat
Oh,
napping in the
Pittsburgh.
window.
Yeah, I nap in the window.
How
and I
Pittsburgh is just Philadelphia on the water.
But it's not. But it's because they're just not anything alike. Because when you go to Pittsburgh, though, it's like it just feels more like, because it's a mountain town and it's a coal mining town, and those are still active things. So it feels much different, and it's much more of an industrial place than Philadelphia. Because Philadelphia feels like you're in the East Coast, and the way the buildings are built up. Because like, I don't know.
From the old world.
Which one has the bell?
That's Philadelphia.
That's why it's
The Liberty
Philadelphia
Bell.
then, right?
Yeah, that's where Rocky ran through, and he's like,
Yeah.
I've been to the Italian market and where all the little burning like trash cans were. Yeah, and I ran through it with my arms up, and they were like, "You're so fucking annoying. Please leave." And then you go to the art museum, and there's all these idiots running up the steps with their arms up, and everyone's like, "Please leave."
Did you find anybody special to take to the zoo?
For what? In
Redo
general?
the whole Rocky scene.
Oh no, yeah. Ugh.
No, okay.
No, I also don't like zoos at all.
Ever?
I mean,
That's weird,
Not
dude.
in like a long time. No, I mean, I've been a vegetarian
What if there was
like almost my whole
an
life.
inside zoo?
No, it's still fucking animal.
You know they don't eat the animals at the zoo, right?
Yeah, I know they don't eat the animals at the zoo, but also most of those animals, unless they were bred in captivity, which even then thinking about that is sad, but unless it's some kind of like rescue deal or some kind of situation where the animal was bred in captivity and can't be released into the wild, I don't really see why you would have it. Like, I mean, it's one thing for when you're trying to like repopulate or do something like that, and I don't judge people for going to zoos. I'm just saying I don't want to go because I'm going to be sad the whole time and be like a fucking wet noodle walking around being like, oh, the polar bear.
That makes me want to take you to a zoo, kind of.
I've been to a bunch of zoos. I didn't like them. I've been to really famous zoos, and I was like,
Have you
I
been
get
to the
it.
San Antonio Zoo? It's beautiful.
Yes, they're beautiful. I'm not saying zoos suck. I'm just saying I don't want to go to them because I'm sad the whole time, and I want to be a fucking hood rat and release everything. And I've already been kicked out of a wildlife park before, so I'm good.
That would be bad. If you're the one that releases it, you're probably the first one to get eaten.
I don't
Yeah.
think that anything's gonna eat me. I really don't. The apocalypse maybe, but an animal at a zoo, no. I mean, I'm probably not gonna get close enough to unlock the magnetized gates.
I
Like,
mean, they had to murder Harambe.
my fucking guy,
Yeah.
too soon.
They murdered what?
Saying, Harambe.
Harambe.
Oh, yeah. They had to, right?
They had
He's
to.
about to kill somebody, wasn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Man, fuck them kids.
One time I went to the Victoria Zoo when they first put a tiger in it. Have you been to the Victoria Zoo
Why
since
would
they
I
put
have
tigers?
gone to the Victoria Zoo?
Because
Because you
it's
can
very,
do the whole thing in 5 minutes.
and it's
Okay.
very
Can
humane.
I drive through it?
No, you have to walk through it.
Uh-huh.
They have one out here you could drive through.
I would go to one where you could like feed ostriches in your car.
Yeah,
There's one out here you
There's
can do
one out
that
here
too.
you can.
Okay.
Yeah, hell yeah.
I like that idea better.
So the Victoria Zoo, they had put a tiger in, and I was randomly in town. I was like, I'm gonna go to the zoo today. And I went by myself, and immediately when you get in and you turn the first corner, there's just chain link fence. It's like 15 feet high, maybe, with no top. And there's a tiger in there, dude. And it looked at me and did like its like purring growl thing, and I got chills and just turned around and left because I saw what was happening. And I was like, that's not a cage for a tiger, dude. And I just left.
You're
I don't
like,
know
that
how
thing
no
could
one's been
definitely
eating.
escalate.
Yeah, I don't know how that tiger hasn't eaten anybody, dude.
Maybe he didn't want. Maybe he doesn't want to jump out. I don't know. I don't know
I
enough
think they
about
just-
animals.
They would have to keep it sedated to not jump that fence.
See, that's even worse.
There's
Though that's
no
my
way that
point.
it's not
See,
jumping that
that's
fence.
furthering my point, though. Like, I don't like the idea of an animal that has to be sedated to be kept somewhere, whereas you just took it out of its natural habitat and you could have left it alone. Like if you're doing rehabilitation,
Yeah, but all
where-
the- all the
We
tigers
have
in the
we-
wild are going
we have to be
extinct.
sedated. I mean, you like to use casual drugs.
that's. I mean, yeah, but it's not to deal with my
Yeah.
life. I'm just vibing. I was like,
So
I don't
are
have
they.
kids.
So are they. They're
The
like,
animals are not
they're-
getting a choice
they're
in
like-
this, and they're not
They're
communicating.
like, I got anxiety. Then they're like, boom, they get a dart, and they're like, oh, cool, I'm vibing
Well, I take
now.
Prozac for anxiety,
I'm vibing
but
now.
I don't
What do
think
you
I'm
take for
sedated.
it?
Well, anxiety.
Rosette?
Prozac.
Prozac. I thought you said Rosette. I'm like, what the fuck is
Yeah.
Rosette?
Rosetta Stone. I take it for anxiety. Mi español es muy bueno.
Yeah, you should have your own. People would dig it.
No, I'm thinking about doing stand up and just going to open mic nights and just being a terrorist.
You should
I
just
think it'd
pick
be
on
way better.
everyone.
Oh, dude.
Yeah.
I have those.
Go up
sick-
there with like 4 beers just to
I don't
throw at
even-
audience
Yeah,
members.
I don't even drink, but I just be chucking like ginger ales at people. Be like, you fucking wieners. No, I have like mean older sister energy, like real bad, and I'm like, I kind of scare people sometimes a little bit
I
because
just
I'm
spilled
just
my
like,
drink on myself.
just accidentally intimidating. But I'm not. I mean, I'm just weird, but in a nice way. I think I'm friendly once you get to know me.
You should do it.
I don't know how people perceive me. I don't want to know what you
like,
perceive.
I give off mean older sister vibes, but I think I'm friendly.
Yeah, well, I mean, I think once you talk to me, you're like, oh, okay, you're nice. But I think I can
She's
just
like, I'm friendly as long as you're not my little sister in that moment.
Yeah. No, I love Ava. Ava's sick. Ava's doing wonderful.
That's nice to hear.
She's had her 3rd wedding anniversary, and she just had a beautiful stinky baby.
She's in Hawaii, right?
She lives in Hawaii. She's
Wait,
been tattooing.
her 3rd anniversary?
Of,
Oh, I thought you meant like honeymoon.
no, third wedding anniversary with her husband. She's been a wonderful guy out there, and they got married. And
Oh no, I saw she had another kid, right?
yeah, she just
Dang,
my
she did
niece
what I
Novi is
did.
17 and she's 11.
She did what I
Or no,
did,
she's
dude.
in 11th grade.
She's never gonna retire now.
No, yeah, she's got a whole second family. That's what I said. I was like, bro, you literally waited till your second kid was about to graduate high school to have your next kid. I was like, that's crazy. See, like if I was gonna have them, I'm like, I just have to have them all in a cluster, so that
Yeah.
when it's done, it's done.
Get it over with.
But also, I don't think I'm gonna have any, so I'm
I
not
know.
really bummed about it.
Never know, dude.
I don't say never. I just say I don't think. I just like to put it
Yeah.
like that. I'm not planning for it. I'm not seeking it out. And also, I have an IUD, so it would take an
Somebody
act
you know
of
might
God
die and just be like, hey,
science.
you got to drive to Minnesota and pick up this other kid.
No,
You'd be like, oh fuck.
no, I don't even think
Just that one? If-
No one's ever even
If
made
that-
me a
but if
God
that scenario
parent.
comes down when you get home.
Who's fucking?
Make
Who would
sure
leave me
nobody's
your
fucking
kid?
it. What?
Who would leave me a kid? Who the fuck would be
I
like,
don't
Reeda,
know.
you little shitbird doing whippets and Legos. You're the one to watch my future baby.
I don't know.
Well,
Like,
you're already halfway there. You're already into Legos.
Yeah, you're already into Legos.
just because you
That's
could be a
partway
good
there.
parent doesn't mean you have to be.
You already
That's
have-
why I never
That's
chose to be
partway
a
there.
parent.
yeah, you already
Like,
have
I'd
a
be
place
gr-
for them to stay.
Well, yeah, but I don't care. That's like the whole reason I don't have kids is because I've like enjoyed this hedonistic lifestyle of doing whatever I want.
And you have whippets, so that can keep them sedated a little bit.
You know, sedate those children.
Yeah, you could.
No.
And then you
I've always thought about it
understand-
though. Like just because you can be good at being a parent doesn't mean you have to be or should. Like there's a lot of things I could be good at. Doesn't mean I want to change my whole life to do those. Like I'm great at cooking. I'm not going to be a chef. Like I'm really good with kids. I don't want to keep them.
I always think they're different than what you're saying.
What?
Because I think the single biggest impact you can have on the planet is raising children.
Yeah, but you could also just raise yourself and do good and try to break karmic bullshit and like not be a bad person so you can enlighten yourself into the next lifetime.
Yeah,
And then
true. But
maybe in
then when
that
you're
life I'll
gone,
have
everybody
kids.
else is just fucked because you didn't make another you.
I don't need there to be another me, and
I don't
that's,
know, the
you
world
should have
might
been
need more
enjoying
of
me
you.
while you could.
The world might need more of you, dude.
It also
that's
might not.
also my uterus and mine's vibe, and we both said,
That's not what Texas says.
Well, technically, I have a gun, so my body, my choice.
You're all, don't make me fucking do it. I'll fucking shoot this belly out.
I'll fucking do
Hey,
it.
I do have a question about this, dude, right? So
What?
ovaries stand like this, right?
Yeah,
Right?
yeah. One lets
I heard
out an
Andrew
egg
Schultz
each
saying
month.
they're like vatos.
Yeah. Yeah, they do.
What happens when they shrivel up and die, dude? Do they
They
turn
don't
into
shrivel up and die. It doesn't
Army? Or
work
do they
like
go
that.
Strong hands?
No, they just stay out there and they stop releasing eggs. I think that you're anatomically, they just stay the way that they're shaped.
So they're
Because
vatos
it's not
forever.
weird.
They might just shrivel up a little bit.
Yeah, it might,
Right?
It might just
yeah.
become
Well,
old,
it also becomes
old
barren in
vatos.
the sense that you like lose eggs because like you let out eggs. Like I think I don't know if it's just one.
You only have so many eggs.
You do,
to
so that's
start
why.
out with.
Yeah, and then when you run out of eggs, that's when you go into menopause. But they stay the same like position in your body, but you might just have now empty egg sacs. It's like your balls being empty, but it's my internal balls.
His balls they're not really empty,
Not
but they're
empty.
technically empty, kind of.
Why did you get a vasectomy? Good for you. Well, every year that you have it is like it lowers the chance of ever like rebuking
Attaching?
it.
Huh.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, I think when you get one, like it basically, like, they say that it's possibly reversible, but there's no guarantee. But like the longer you've gone without it, like the less likely it is to be reversed. I mean, that's why some dudes freeze their sperm too, just in case, because they're like, "Well, I got the vasectomy, I want that," but then you could always have like a backup. But I also know like bitches are freezing their eggs because they're like, "I don't know what's gonna happen in the future, and maybe I'll want a kid." I'm not doing any of that. I'm
That's
just
wild.
literally fucking
See,
eating bean
I
dip
think
I'm not
every
doing
day.
that either.
I'm
I
just
think
like
that
eating
shit-
Frito-Lay bean dip and like
I
vibing.
think that shit's dumb.
I'm
Like
just pulling out and crossing my fingers.
Yeah, how'd that work out?
it's worked
I mean,
it's worked every time
The odds have been pretty good.
except for twice,
if you're
which
considering
turned
my whole
into
life.
Yeah, true.
Yeah, the
really.
odds have been pretty good. Yeah.
You only have
or
5
three
kids, right?
times. It's
four.
worked great except for
You
three
have
times,
two,
right?
Okay, 2 with Katie and then 2 older ones.
Yeah.
Yeah, because your daughter stopped by the shop. She was with a friend who was getting pierced, and she came in and said hi.
Yeah.
And I was like, this is so fucking sick.
It's like Waylon's not even around, and somehow his sperm is talking to me.
Yeah, but she's really funny, and I was like, let's make fun of your dad.
Yes.
It was sick. I was like, oh, I love this. I was like,
she was here for a while.
I was like, I remember when you were this big, and we would just hang out and probably play with Legos.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She's with Legos all the fucking time.
Still, man,
That's what she does with the little ones. When they go stay at her house or some shit, she just buys them a ton of Legos. I'm like, what are you fucking doing? Quit spending so much money on Legos.
No, it's hard. I mean, every time I go to Target I don't like malls because they have Lego stores, and I have a problem. I can't go to the Lego store.
Would that be the backup plan, dude? If you fell down and crippled your hands, do you work at the Lego store now?
No, I OnlyFans.
Two strong
like,
hands.
This butthole still works, bro.
Do you
I don't
do
know
the
about
cool,
these hands.
Do you do the cool Lego sets like the fucking typewriter and like the
I haven't
camera
done that
and
one,
all
but I
that
have
shit?
a Dobby one, and I have like Dobby from Harry Potter. I have the owl Hedwig from Harry Potter. I've done all the flower ones, and then I went on Amazon and bought all the bootleg flower ones. Those were also really fun. I've done the chrysanthemums, and like there's like a flower pot. Like I've just done
And like the cactuses and all that shit.
I think all that stuff's really cute. Yeah, and it's mostly just something. I don't know, it just like soothes my brain because I can do it and I can focus on it without thinking about other stuff.
Yeah, it's autist shit.
Yes.
I hear the typewriter one is. I hear the typewriter one is tight as fuck.
It looks cool.
It actually works.
Well, some of them are kind of expensive, so I try to be mindful about what I'm doing because I'm like, this is like just a weird hobby.
That one's
It's
pricey.
like, you don't do anything with these. I have them all sitting in my guest room on like a display case, and I'm like, would you like to see my collection? Like, would you like to come over and?
Did y'all know that typewriter is like the longest word you can spell on one row of the keys of a keyboard?
Really?
Yeah.
Fuck off.
I'm just saying.
I'm just saying.
I don't know why I know that. I'm a real conversation killer
what is
sometimes.
this? Yeah, what is the theme of
this?
Well,
it's mostly poop, dude. So we'll go ahead and ask. Has there ever been a time you pooped yourself as an adult in public?
Not in public, but I've definitely shat myself quite a few times because
nice.
you know, be getting ill and shit, and
but
just
never
when you're
in public.
public.
I don't even know if that counts. If you're like bad sick and you shit, just that doesn't count.
It doesn't count.
Then I don't think I've ever really had an issue with it. Like no,
Like not even a shart, not even
no.
something.
I've only sharted when I was sick because like I like the last time I was sick, like it was over the summer. Remember when we had the hurricane and everybody lost power and that was really sexy. It was so cool, loved it. Well, I didn't have power for like almost 10 days. And then literally the week we get power, I finally get my house back in order, scrubbed out the fridge, get everything thrown away, you know, get my life
back
exactly, get everything just nice because I'd kept the house clean, but again, I couldn't use my like powered shark like cleaner, like I was struggling.
So were you wearing your outside shoes inside at this point?
No.
You hadn't given up like that
No,
yet?
no, because like they're separate. Like if I wear them outside in the real world, I don't want to track that inside my house. I literally like as soon as I come in my house, I kick them off in the hallway and carry them to the shoe rack.
Okay.
Like I just don't like it's like living in Hawaii. You don't. It's like an Asian culture thing. You don't take outside dirt and bring it in your home.
Gotcha.
So
I'm trying to imagine us living together right now, and it lasts about 37 minutes.
I don't know.
You'd be like, "You have your shoes on again? Fucking that's 3 times. You've been
I
here
would
5 minutes."
probably just.
How are you taking a
I
nap
would just
in the
take
bed
them
wearing
off
your
of
shoes,
you. Like
motherfucker?
you would be sitting down eating something, and I would just physically remove them and take them and put them down, and then I would Lysol around you and leave you alone.
No, you'd be disgusted watching them eat too. You'd be like,
I
"Get
wouldn't
the
care
fuck
about
out
that.
of here!"
I don't know. If you're friends with someone, you just accept them the way they are. You can't just pick on everything. Some things I'm very like. Really though, I've grown up with a lot of. I grew up with older brothers, and I work in a male-dominated industry. I don't really like to just sit there and dissect dudes. It's more like, it's true. I'm not gonna.
So I just hatchet them and throw them out real quick.
Yeah. No, I'll just give you some mincing words and then leave you alone. You're like, oh, she just made me cry, and then she left. She took my shoes too.
So the hurricane's over. Your fridge is
Hurricane's
cleaned
over.
out.
That same week I got the flu, and it was I think it was norovirus actually. And I had never been that sick in my life.
It's when you listen to too much Nora Jones, your fucking head just can't take it
It'll
anymore.
fucking do that,
Dad,
dude.
You get a fever, dude, and you start
fucking
shitting.
Jail. That was horrible.
It'll fucking do that, dude.
Yeah. I forgot. I'm like so annoyed with that dad joke. I'm like I'm fucking sending you.
You know where dads keep all their jokes?
In their balls.
In the database.
Oh. That was good. That was really good. It's offensive how fucking good that was.
That's my 7-year-old's favorite joke. I hear him tell it to strangers.
10 out of 10.
They're all what?
It's
What the
better when
fuck?
kids say crazy shit. I'm like,
Yep.
you've been hanging out with your dad, haven't you?
He's got a whole book of them. And
Have
he's
you
just
heard
reading it every day?
Have you heard how the Chinese say water?
Oh, dude, my 5-year-old. This is my 5-year-old. He's been doing it since he was 4. I got the Duolingo or whatever, and it's now my favorite game on the internet. So I play it all the time. So I was
Learning
asking
a new
him.
language is your favorite game.
Yeah. So I was asking him. I was like, "Hey, how do you say water in Chinese?" And he goes, "Water." Every day I've asked him this. It's been months, and every single day he answers the same exact way. It's great. It's fucking great.
Oh my god.
So your power's back on. You've cleaned out your
Power's
fridge.
on.
Does he
Cleaned out
take
my
his-
fridge.
You got the Nora Jones virus.
Does he take his shoes off when he goes when he comes inside? No.
He never puts them on.
Touche.
Yeah. We go outside. I'm like, you need socks and shoes. Dude, I took him fishing the other day. It's cold as fuck. And I'm like, put your socks and shoes on. He refused. He's like, I'm wearing Crocs. And I was like, okay. I thought he had socks on. We're out there and he's freezing. It's not till we get home I realized he never put socks on.
He's freezing or it's freezing?
Both.
Okay. Like, was he complaining about it?
Yeah, because he was fucking freezing cold. Yeah, he never put socks on. I was like, oh, you're barefoot and it's 47 degrees out here with the wind blowing.
Yeah. We were like, hey, dum-dum. Remember when I told you to put socks on?
Mm-hmm. That's how we learn.
Put socks on.
Yeah, that's how we learn.
I
So
still
Nora
I
Jones.
don't.
Oh,
No, I got
Nora
I got norovirus, and then I was just sick all week, like really sick, like couldn't get out of bed, like thought I was gonna die and maybe have to go to the ER sick, and instead I survived on saltines, water, and orange Gatorade, and then one day I was just looking inside my fridge thinking like maybe today's the day I can eat like a pickle or something. Like just something light, something that won't hurt my stomach. Just I need something that's not a fucking cracker. But everything I ate kept coming up, so it's like makes you not want to eat more, right? Because you're like, this isn't fun. Normally, when you're like at home and you have a cold, you're like, I'm gonna eat 100 bags of like I don't know
Anything.
pizza rolls, just because you make a big snack plate and then you go in your bed and you don't feel good. And you like nourish yourself back to health with high sodium food. This time I couldn't do that, so I was looking in the fridge and then I just totally shit my pants. Like I wasn't wearing underwear, so
While
I just
you were
shit
looking
my
in the
ass.
fridge?
I was standing there looking at the fridge and then I just shit. Like
I don't know. That kind of counts.
I was sick though, so I was also naked. Well, I was Porky Pigging it. I had like a little shirt on, and I don't know why.
You
I
had
this
no
little-
bottoms?
No, it was like alone in my house.
Okay, you had no bottoms. And then you just shit all over your kitchen?
I just shat down my leg, and I was like, dude, I'm sexy. I was like, I'm a fucking high class 6-figure bitch.
So
like,
what did you eat before you cleaned that up?
Literally, it was liquid. It was orange liquid because it was just saltines, water, and orange Gatorade.
Yeah.
And it was like bile coming out of my stomach because I had been throwing up. You know
The
what I mean?
fact
Like,
that you had
Yeah.
zero pants on might make it count.
well,
Yeah. It totally makes it count, dude.
Like,
Running down
because
the leg.
you shitted on the floor.
Another time I like was sick. It was a different time I was sick, but I coughed and then I shit. No, it was the same time. It was the same sickness, but that time I was smart enough to wear underwear because after I shit my pants that time, I was like, well, if I'm gonna shit my pants again, I at least want to catch it in the underwear
Because
before
I'm
it
tired
just
of
like.
mopping.
Yeah, well, I literally had it went all down my leg. I got it to where I was luckily right next to the paper towel rack, so I was able to like capture it before it had just like become a river. But it was foul. And I was like, man, this is awful. And then that, like 2 days later, I'm still at home sick, still can't really eat. And then I shit because I coughed and I was on the couch. But that time I was wearing underwear. And I also at that point had put towels underneath me just in case. Because I was like, I don't fucking know, man.
So basically, that's the same thing as after labor.
Ooh,
Kinda, yeah.
I would not know. Will not know.
They have to.
Nothing's ever held together again the same way. So slight sneezes just kind of make you pee yourself a good little bit.
Pee.
Yeah.
Sometimes you might shit a little.
We know that because we're dudes,
Yeah, that have gone through labor.
apparently. You used to tell everybody I was a doctor. People
I was
stopped
like, is there any
believing
other
that,
times I've
so.
shit myself? One time I was in Japan and I couldn't shit for like an entire week and a half.
Is it
And
because the toilets were too little?
No, the toilets are magnificent. Japan has the absolute most fucking glamorous toilets of your whole life. Like going there alone for just the toilets is worth it. Like even the public bathrooms are cool because they have these like little things that like have the, like first of all they're self-cleaning and they disinfect themselves because the toilets rotate. And so they like spray their own disinfectant and then they put like a fresh wrap. So every time you use the bathroom and you flush, it like disinfects the toilet seat as it circles and puts a fresh wrap. Like that's like, I don't know. I went to a bunch of places. I've been to Japan like 3-4 times now.
Do you think they disinfect their wieners and vaginas like that too?
No. But they're very clean people. But they also use bidets, so it's different. You don't need to use a bidet because you can just like spray your asshole off or like your business. And then they also, the ones that I was there, like even in the public bathrooms, not only will it sing to you and like do bird chirping noises or like a happy, like peaceful song while you're using the bathroom, so that way I think it like makes the sound effect so it's more polite. Or maybe you're just being weird and you want to hear a song. And then the toilet seats were warming. They spray your front and back. And then they had a blow dryer option. That thing blow dried my pussy. I was like, bro, like, what is happening here?
How come we can't get those here?
You can. You just have to pay a lot of money because
I have one in my house.
Yeah,
you have a
like,
rotating self-disinfecting
rotate,
toilet
but
that
do you have
blows
like
on your pussy?
the Toto one or whatever?
Mine blow dries and everything, yeah.
Yeah, you can also just buy a bidet for your bathroom and have it hooked up. You know what I mean? Like,
I mean, we've got that.
but they have that like the nicer they have really nice models.
Yeah, I'm not in that tax bracket.
Mine blow dries.
I got the one that blows cold water on your butthole, kind of.
Yeah, I want the one that has the seat warmer and then that has the blow drying effect. I don't really care about anything else.
And it goes, it'll fucking move.
It goes in and out of your butt like that?
Oh yeah, it gets in there.
You can like it sprays up and down. So
I bet
like,
they do have that one, right? Where it'll just insert in your butthole and give you an enema, just to get it all out.
Oh fuck yeah.
That'd be crazy. I don't
would
know if I would
probably
trust
use
that.
it.
I'd prefer to do my own enema if I was going to do that because I feel like I would want control. I don't know if I trust the machine to do it.
I poo-pooed on myself once because I went sideways in a jet tub and got some air up in my butt. Yeah. But I felt so clean after that on the inside of myself. I was like, is this what enemas
Dude,
are?
every time I go to a water park, I feel like I get an enema because, like, literally, like, especially on those goddamn... First of all, I don't think that water parks are tested out for bitches my size, like, thick old, the tall girls, like... Because I'm in a different weight bracket, okay? Like, I'm like a solid 250 and I'm 5'10". So when I go down a water slide, it is... not like the same velocity as like a 90-pound kid. Like I am hauling ass. Like it.
Are you just going down the kid slides?
Sometimes shit. If they'll let me.
Okay. Well,
no,
that makes
but
sense.
I'm talking about those stupid ones that are like the really tall ones where you're just doing this all the way down and you just lay down and there's no tube or anything. Those ones are a straight up fucking enema blaster. Like when you get to the bottom, most of the time, like the entire bottom of my swimsuit is just so far up my ass that I have to like take both hands and like remove it. And then when I do that, a whole bunch of water just floods out of me, and I'm like, that's on you, water park. I didn't ask for all this water in my ass. Like I was vibing and I came clean. I showered before I went to the water park because I'm like stressed about being gross in public.
You have to give yourself an enema before you go get your enema.
Dude, that'd be crazy. Actually, I don't like love enemas, but no, I was in Japan, and Japan is over the dateline border, so you're in like a totally different time zone, and basically like when you should be sleeping, you're awake and vice versa, right?
It's over the dateline border?
Yeah, it's over the international dateline border. So it like changes
like that TV show?
No, like it's like when you travel international and you go like basically
like it's a different date than where you
it was literally like I was in a different like day. I was ahead in the future. You know what I mean? Like
she was in the future. Well, we were in the past.
Is there a plane that could go around the planet faster than 24 hours?
Probably not. It probably needed to stop and be refueled or something.
Oh, yeah, you're probably right, huh? So, like, technically, couldn't we just fly around the Earth a bunch of times to get younger?
No, that's like
Rewind it,
Superman.
Benjamin Button this bitch.
I feel like when I talk, sometimes I talk so fast that I can make the Earth turn backwards, and like we could de-age.
No, that's why I look as young as I do, because I've heard you a few times.
Fuck you. Listen, you invited me here.
I did, yeah.
But yeah,
I felt myself aging.
I'm gonna kill you. It's because I'm gonna bonk you with this fucking microphone. You heard it here first. Bonk.
Bonk.
I went to Japan though. It was super sick. Everything's going great. Like day 3, I'm like, man, why can't I go to the bathroom? Because maybe the first 1 to 2 days of a trip, I always feel like my stomach is just getting used to it. Because I feel like
you were pulling all the fish off of the rice and just eating rice, weren't you?
I didn't even get the fish. I just kept telling them no fish, and they would just bring me. No, but they have a bunch of veggie food. Like being vegan there is a lot different. I wasn't vegan when I went there though. I was vegetarian. I've been vegetarian like my whole life. So I also showed up there with like packets of like oatmeal. I bought a bunch of snacks from like Costco and threw them in my suitcase. Like I brought stuff just in case, so I would have something in my bag all the time.
You had seen an idiot abroad, and you were like, "I'm not getting
Well,
sidekicked here."
Wait, getting what?
Sidekicked here.
Well, kind of, just mostly also because again, I knew that the language barrier wouldn't be a huge deal because there's enough people there that speak English, and everything there is written in English and Japanese. Like they're very used to tourism. It's a lot of their economy, so they make everything. Like that's the thing. Also, Japan is like such a wonderful place because everyone is so unbelievably kind and welcoming, and they do everything to make life easier. Like their whole way of living, like everything is to be more convenient. Like they work really hard, but also like they have all this stuff that like helps your life be easier. Like,
Did you feel like a giant where you were there?
Yeah, I was. I was fucking Godzilla. I was literally Sasquatching that
That's
bitch.
the only reason I wanna go.
I was the biggest bitch in the fucking world there. I was like,
Yeah, there's all kinds of stuff to see, but
Oh
I
my
just want to know what it's
God.
like to be the tall guy in the
I was walking
room.
down a street talking how I do, all animated and loud and annoying, and me and my girlfriend are just yapping away, and this little tiny old Asian lady comes up behind us, like she's like trying to walk around us, but I like threw my arm out to be like, oh my God, and I fucking knocked her over with just like a flick of my hand. She literally goes flying, her glasses go flying, her bag.
Did she apologize?
I picked her up by her shirt. She like weighed like 8 pounds. I just pick her up and I like put her glasses on and I'm like, I'm so sorry. And I'm like trying to hug her and she's like, get the fuck away from me. She scurries. This bitch scurried away from me, like disheveled, and was like, oh my God, that woman tried to eat me. And I'm like, I'm sorry. You're just so small and I'm so big.
So what'd you have to do? Like some kind of
Dude, okay,
syrup
so
of Epicac or some
Japan
shit?
is sick though for eating food if you're a vegetarian. There's like these 24-hour convenience stores called Lawson's. They're like bootleg 7-Elevens, and they have the greatest.
So wait. Their slur for Pakistanis is Lawson's?
Boy, shut the fuck up. He said that, not me.
I said that.
I did not say that.
She also said that.
I didn't say it. No, because no. Anyways,
Why is it called Lawson?
I don't fucking know because that's probably in Japan. They were like, sounds great.
Who was the cashier?
Young Asian dudes who were like uncomfortable by how much eye contact I made.
Does the sign have awesome tattoo art on it?
No, it just looks like a bootleg 7-Eleven sign. They also had a store called 11-7. And I was like, this is so tight. Because their convenience stores are outrageous. Because again, like it's like in Tokyo, especially like it's like New York. Like it's like never sleeps. Like there's something always going on. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. And so you can go to these convenience stores at any time and get like a little iced latte and then they had like these egg salad sandwiches and then they have like the best peanut butter and jelly. Like, I just loved their convenient food store because it was easy and good, right? Whatever. So I'm like eating a bunch of yogurt, a bunch of like egg salad sandwiches. I'm drinking like a gallon of water a day. I'm doing everything I can to go to the bathroom because I'm like, this should be like helping me regulate. And I got my sleep schedule adjusted to Japan really quickly because I brought like melatonin. So I was like, my body should be like producing some shit by now. What's going on? Can't shit. I'm dying. I think that like the end of the world is happening. Like I'm literally calling my mom crying. It doesn't hurt. I just think I'm dying. I'm like, I love pooping. What's going on?
Did you find out it was just because you were a day ahead now?
Yeah. Well, basically I like looked it up when I got home and it was like a really common thing that happens to a lot of travelers when they go that far away from home. Like when you cross like a dateline border, like if you were to go to Australia, same thing would happen. Like you're in the future basically, or like depending on where you live, you know what I mean?
So like we are in the hologram or whatever.
Yeah. Something
We
like
are
that.
So
in
like
the-
on the flight, you.
But I had to
shit
go to a
7 times.
fucking
Yeah.
Japanese pharmacy and then like Google Translate. I can't shit. And, like the guy just starts laughing at me and gives me Japanese like Pepto or something, and I take like way more than I'm supposed to, and nothing happens. A full day, and still I'm like, when is it going to happen? And I'm like freaking out because I'm like,
Godzilla's backed up.
literally, and I'm full of egg salad sandwiches and hate, like full. Like I ate like 4 egg salad sandwiches a day.
And then
like,
when it happened, was it just like fucking destruction?
okay, so I get home and
Wait. The whole time you're there?
I had not shit once, and I thought I was literally gonna
the entire time? How
the
long
entire
were you there?
10 days in Japan.
10 days. You never took a poop.
No.
Hey,
No.
I know one other person that didn't poop for like 2 weeks.
Oh, see, yeah, and I'm not like that. I'm like 2 to 3 times a day because I do all this.
You
like,
went 10 days.
yeah,
with
that's why I was freaking out
not
because I
even-
take a probiotic. I
not
eat
even a
yogurt.
nugget.
Dude, no. I was trying. I was every day. I would get on the and I was even farting. I was like, something has to give.
You didn't try chopsticking it out?
No. Sorry, did not. Should have thought of that.
At some point, maybe by day 4 or 5, I'm sticking something in my butt and fishing, dude. Because I can't do that. It just,
Yeah, right.
It
you're
hurts
not
too
waiting,
bad.
You're not
was-
waiting
it
4 or
was
5
chaotic
days
as
to do
hell.
that.
So then I get okay. So this is what I'm living in Hawaii. So I fly back to Hawaii. I get
One
home,
morning.
and it's like 11 a.m. and my friend picks me up, and I'm like, hey, before you take me home, can we stop by the grocery store so I can get a few things because I cleared out my fridge before I left. She's like, no problem. We're like walking around, and I'm putting things in the cart, and then all of a sudden it hit me, and I was like, oh my God. And I barely made it to the toilet, and then I ended up not.
Where was that? At a Costco?
That was at like a Safeway, and I ended up taking 8 shits in a 30-minute period, and they were like all completely solid. Like each one was its own
Did you
individual.
feel like 20 pounds lighter after
Literally,
that?
I felt like a skinny. I was just like, I am so fucking.
Dude, the
like,
one guy I know
amazing.
that was like 2 weeks, it was like, we were playing football, and it's like playoffs, and that's when it finally hits him. He can go, and it's like middle of the game, and he's oh no, coach, I'm leaving, and like walked out. Yeah, and he was gone a long time, and he's like, I pooped multiple times back there.
Yeah, I literally, basically, I would go to the bathroom, and then I was fine, and then I would just go walk back and start putting things in the cart, and then it would hit again, and I would have to just run back to the bathroom.
Intermission shit.
Basically, yeah, and my friend was just cracking up because every time I'd be like, hey, I'll be right back, and she's like, oh my God, again, and I'm like, dude,
I would have too.
Well, I took like 8 of those fucking pills they gave me. They said take 2. I took 8. I was like, get this shit out of me. Like, I was trying to exercise this fucking poop out of my body, and I was like, bro, we gotta go.
Yeah, that would have been a great time for your friend to get on live and just do a countdown.
You know, I'm glad these things didn't exist in like 2016.
Yeah.
But it was a good time, and I'm glad I shit. And now when I go to Japan again, I will be bringing laxatives. And I'll take them early.
Note to self: don't fly across too many time zones
without proper. Well, and bring snacks from home, so that way when you get tired of eating food,
that might be a good thing though. Like if you go to India.
I wouldn't.
Or if you go to Cambodia or something and you can't shit for a while, that might be a good thing.
I'm not going to visit any of those places.
I want to go. I want to go see the colors.
Okay, you tell me how it is.
I will.
Okay, I can't wait to see it on the podcast.
There's a Google.
Huh?
They have pictures.
It's different.
No, I think traveling is cool. I think you do have to go there to experience it, and I love experiencing things. But those are places that I've just never done enough research on, so I don't know what I would want to do.
I've heard India smells nice.
No, you haven't.
Like I hear that's one of the better experiences to have.
I don't know. I know a lot of people that have gone and they either loved it and they had this whole like life-changing experience, but I'm also not looking for like any kind of like.
I hear India
experience.
On conference calls a lot, and it sounds like it sucks.
Sounds chaotic. Well, you're talking about like the where they're in the offices and stuff.
It sounds like it sucks. Everything about it.
I don't know. I think it's probably really cool, but I think I'd have
Yeah, I
to do
don't
more
think I'm
research.
going to have a great time the whole
No, it
time.
sounds like it sucks.
Well, all the tattooers that I know went are like guys that are going on like spiritual experiences.
Yeah, I don't want to go for that.
And I'm like, I think
I want to go see some dead people floating in a river.
Nope, don't want to see that.
I want to go see a bunch of temple shit and monkeys
Yes.
try to steal everything from me.
I want to
go
that.
see all the bad parts.
And tigers fucking people up.
Yeah.
I'm not going to India.
Is there a
with
tour
these
for
guys.
that? Can you pay for that?
Probably.
I mean, I'm sure.
Would you be into that? Like, you don't like zoos, but if there was a place where, like, people were getting mauled by animals,
If
would
there
you
was
watch
like
that?
a refuge, if there was like a wildlife reserve.
I just don't think I would go to that kind of a foreign country with you.
Why?
I just feel like India would not be my first road trip adventure.
What kind of a foreign country?
Remember that time we drove to Port Aransas?
Dude, no, that's been too long ago.
You know, we did. We drove to Port Aransas
I
and we
believe
walked
you.
around the beach, and that was like when you still had your teddy bear back piece, and it was super sick.
I still kind of have half of it.
Dude, that's cool because I still have a picture.
It's
of him.
evaporating, but
I have a
God
picture
damn,
of him
it
just
takes a
standing
while.
on the beach of Port Aransas, looking sad, looking into the distance with his big weird back piece.
Just clowning.
And you drank like a 12-pack of beer, and you were just like, "What do you want to do?" And I'm like,
Wait a minute, what was it? Tuesday?
Probably.
Yeah, it sounds like a Tuesday, dude.
Yeah, it was like a Tuesday.
Sounds like a Tuesday.
Tuesday, drove to Port Aransas, went to the beach. We didn't do anything.
Did we even try to find Bob Shaw's old place? Was it still standing?
I
don't think it's standing
I don't
anymore.
think it's standing, yeah.
The past few times I've been, I'm like,
And you know that
it should be
Shaw's
right
on
here.
Montrose closed, right?
yeah, I saw him taking down the sign the other day. Yeah.
You were
It's a
in
landmark.
Montrose?
That dude's old as fuck, though, man.
Larry's
Yeah.
cool. I mean, I get it, but I also like that he didn't sell off any of his shit. He gave it all to the guy who owns third generation and like his nephew or his son or whatever. And then I think the rest of it he's just keeping. He's like, I don't want this to just get pieced away and like.
Yeah, it's hard.
He's like, this is mine. Yeah, because like I think that Homer.
Well,
tried
his
to-
and also maybe like a fallback retirement. If he lives another
he's in
20
his-
years.
Yeah, I was like, but he's in his 70s, almost 80s now. What kind of retirement are you looking at, bud?
I
How
mean-
many more years are you trying to hang?
You never know.
I hope that I get hit by
You
an
never know.
asteroid by 80. I keep
I
asking
mean,
for
and a lot of
piano
older
to fall
people
from the
too.
sky.
Not speaking of him specifically, but a lot of older people now. A lot of their shit's tied up in stocks and shit, and the economy's not at the greatest point it's ever been. So if they're at retirement age
say.
right now and they're sitting on something that's valuable, like they don't want to sell it yet. They might need it in 3 more years, you know.
I don't know. I kind of think with the way the world's going, I feel like I feel like in our lifetime, we're going to see the earth become less inhabitable and kind of be a dust ball, and it's going to feel like we live in Dune, and it's going to suck.
What?
Yeah,
Oh, yeah. I don't think we're gonna see that.
I think we're going to see that.
I don't think we are.
You don't think so?
Supposedly,
No.
if you make it to 2045, you're gonna be immortal.
Shut up. Immortal?
That's what all the rich people say.
the rich people, and we trust them for what?
All the rich people say, hey, that's why they're trying to kill us all. Because they're like, look, we need to make this place cozy for us because once we make it...
For ourselves. But you can't kill them all, dude. You still need people to make your shit.
Yeah, but they're like, once we make it 2045, we're going to have the technology to make ourselves invincible.
Yeah, I don't think we're going to see Dune, dude. Maybe if a meteor or some shit hits us.
I just feel like with the way that it feels like with the Earth, like with all the global warming and how it's just been consistently getting worse, and every year there's more natural disasters happening, and then people keep trying to there's like climate change deniers who still think it's fake.
I didn't see quotes around natural though.
Yeah.
Well, they're. Not,
Well, it's like
it's a fucking natural disaster.
there's
like what happened in North Carolina was like a fucking freak accident, but that's also like.
I mean, that same shit
global
happened
warming.
a couple hundred years ago already, so. It's the
Well,
mud,
but
it's
we
the
don't
mud
know.
floods.
We have an idea that it happened, but again,
it's the
like
mud floods.
there's only so much information we have from then, and we can
Right.
like.
But
detect
that's
it
my
through
point
science.
exactly. We haven't even been recording very long.
Well, yeah.
So how could we even tell if it's something that's happening?
Well, and also again, like when people try to say like, oh, well, the Earth does all this shit on its own anyways. Humans have no impact, and I'm like, that's crazy to think that we haven't done anything to impact the Earth.
The last big volcano that erupted put more CO2 in the air than humans have in the entire existence of humans.
And what was the last big volcano? The one
It
that's
was
in
like
Maui?
a year ago.
The one that's been, or the one that's been on Big Island.
No, it wasn't Hawaii stuff.
like an eruption.
Yeah.
Well, Hawaii's got a ton of
It's a
flow
consistent
right now.
eruption. Yeah, that's a perfect example. That volcano in Hawaii is probably emitting more CO2 than at minimum the entire United States.
Well, what other one exploded?
I'll have to goggle it.
Yeah, it was in like Greenland or something.
Walter
wasn't it?
Goggins.
Yeah.
You guys been watching White Lotus?
Dude, are you talking about because I need to be the Asian woman?
That was an amazing conversation, and I loved it. Yeah, that
I want
was
to
me.
splice that.
That was me the whole time, just being like, watching him talk about it because I love Sam Rockwell, and I was like, damn.
Has your wife told you about that yet?
What?
The show she's watching when you're not around? No, you'll hear about it soon.
So good.
All the wives don't really want to tell their husbands what they just witnessed, but it's fucking hilarious.
Oh, it's so sick.
There's a dude telling a monologue about how he's like picking up Thailand whores or whatever. And he's like, so anyway, I pick up this lady boy one night. It's not a weird thing. I've done it before. But instead of me fucking this one's fucking me. And it made me realize I want to be the Asian woman and get fucked. So I put out an ad, and it just keeps going, dude. And Goggins is just like,
Well, it's funny. It's Sam Rockwell and Walter Goggins, and they're both so hot and so short, and I'm just like, like this is all this receding hairline is making me horny. I hate these dudes. I'm so confused and turned on right now.
you're chasing geezers now?
I think I've always liked geezers.
That's funny.
I think I also have questionable
Is
taste.
that an all women thing?
What, that as we get older, we like older men?
I don't even know if it's a get older thing.
Well, I think the thing is that women definitely mature at a faster rate than guys. So like guys, like when I was younger, let's go back to my 20s.
Nuh-uh.
You know? I think in my 20s, guys in their 30s seemed cooler because again, they had their shit together and they were already like done.
And then you get to your 30s and you're like, oh, these dudes are still fucking losers too.
Well, that's why you fuck with the guys in their 40s or their 50s.
Wait till you get to that age. You're like, oh, these dudes are fucking losers too. And then you get 55 and you're like, I think I need a 23-year-old.
No.
These motherfuckers never grow up. I might as well get one
I
that
think
got
I can
miles
maybe
on it.
teach
I've
this
made the
motherfucker to
mistake
not
of
be a
dating. I've
loser.
dated 2 guys that were younger than me, and it was horrific, and I would never do it again. Like it was.
Well,
I'm not a
that
cougar.
sucks.
I'm not even kind of a cougar.
Well,
like,
you're not old enough to be yet.
yeah, but well, to be fair, we had a solid 10-year gap. I mean, if it's too much of a gap, then they're teenagers. I'm only 36.
That's what I'm saying. You're not old enough to be a cougar yet.
Yeah. Well,
I
they
think
were in
you
their
gotta
20s.
wait till you're like 45. You're in your second divorce. You know what I mean? You pooped yourself in Walmart. You don't care no more.
I don't go to Walmart.
Well, you pooped yourself in
Target.
a vegan restaurant.
Probably at a vegan
Yeah.
restaurant.
And
I
you
don't even
care
fuck with
anymore.
Target if I don't have to.
Really?
I like Target still.
Corporations don't do it for me. I mean, Costco's
Where
probably
do you
my
get all your
favorite one.
stuff?
Costco or HEB.
Huh.
Or I have to order it online. Like I try to find things that are not sourced on Amazon if I can.
Dude.
It's so exhausting
I'm
trying
the
to fucking
complete
do
opposite.
things. Well, you know,
I don't fucking care about any of that at all.
that's all right.
I go wherever I need to go to get what I need to get.
Yeah, exactly. I'm all like, I'm so tired.
I'm not a dad though. Like I'm not
I'm
someone's
so
dad.
tired every day,
Yeah,
all
I
day
was
long,
like,
with
I'm
so
not a
many
husband.
campfires to put out. I'm like, what do I need? Fucking Amazon. Quickly, hurry up.
I mean, I occasionally shop on Amazon.
Unless I need it immediately, then it's like, okay, I guess I'm running to Home
We've been
Depot
past,
quick.
huh? Okay, cool.
They're like, fuck
getting
this
real good.
podcast. No.
Oh no, it's time to go tingle.
Oh, is it our break?
You're sitting around a bunch of old people.
Pee-pee time.
Yeah. Oh, it's fine. I can
Pee-pee
go outside
time.
and
Maybe potty
smoke.
time.
Pee-pee poo-poo.